Shalom and good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 2 of Learning to Play Guitar. Hopefully you are well versed in the E major scale, notes and intervals and such. I did skip something last time that I'm going to cover now before we talk about those chords, and that is the arpeggio, which normally, at least for me in practice, more often than not, if I'm playing the scale, I'm going to play the arpeggio for it too. So in context, on one string, I'll go ahead and tell you arpeggio is going to be 0, 4, 7, and 12, which is the first interval, the third interval, the fifth interval, and a octave of the 1. And reminder note wise, that would be a E, a G sharp, a B, and a E again. So commonly in practice, I would put them together, and you could do that in any of the other positions. So I am just going to real quickly throw out what it would be in those different positions that we went over the scale last time. So that was 1. When it's on one string, it's 0, 4, 7, 12. If we were to start on 5, I'm going to go ahead and do it with my middle right now. It would behoove you to do the same. Trust me, it'll pop up later. You'll understand why. But I would put my middle on that 5 of the B. That's my E, or 1. Then my 4, or excuse me, my third interval on the 4th fret there. That G sharp is right there. So 5 of the B, 4 on the E. Then you follow the same frets we did before. So 7, that 5th interval or B note, and then to 12, the E or 1. And then the last one would be 5 of the B to 9 of the B to 12 of the B, and then directly down to 12 of the E. Like so. So I wanted to make mention of that for a couple of different reasons, but the more important one, relative to chords, those intervals are the necessary intervals to generate a basic chord. Any combination of those. Now, when I say any combination, I do mean any combination, but I do want to throw out, and I'm going to use that second one for a point of reference. We had that middle on E, and then the index there on the 3rd. This is a E major chord, just those 2 notes. It can accommodate a full-blown chord just with those 2 notes. And between the 1, 3, and the 5, the 3rd is a distinct interval. It's the one that tells you major, minor, happy, sad. And so the other one, if I were to just continue holding that shape with the middle on 5, and I were to play that 5th, recall that was the B on the 7 of the high E. If I play that 5 of the B and that 7, that's what's known as a natural chord. You can't tell whether it's major or minor, and I'll get into that in another lesson. But carrying on, so the riff we're going to be working with, very common first song I teach people is Hit Me With Your Best Shot, which is a E to a A, C sharp, and a B. Now for this, initially, if we were to just play just that one note and playing all the stuff on the E, it would sound something of this nature. So it'll be open 5 5 9 9 7 7, then open 5 5 9 9 7 7 5 5 7 7. So that's the key point. Let's do that again. And actually, in reference to the way I know I'm going to show it to you when we include another note, go ahead and play 12 for the E. So it'll be 12 5 5 9 9 7 7 3 4 12 5 5 9 9 7 7 5 5 7 7. And by the way, I highly recommend you go pull up the song if you don't know it already. It's by Joan Jett, called "Hit Me With Your Best Shot." So you get a understanding of what's going on if you don't quite understand the rhythm and how the things are supposed to be separated. But anyhow, that's the starting point. So what we're going to do to make life a little easier, we're going to instead of observe how I'm playing an E here and a B here, or excuse me, on 5 of the B is a E note, and then 7 of the E is a B note, not a B. Yes, a B note. Sorry, it gets confusing. But observe that sound, and then observe what happens if I hold 12 of both the B and the E. I'm still playing a B and a E. They're just in a different order. In terms of the E is not my lowest note in this current state. It's a B note. If I play 12 of the B, that's lower in pitch than the E. This is what's known as an inverted chord. Remember this one over here? That's natural. This is inverted. But they're the same. So essentially we're going to follow this pattern and play everything with this same configuration. This would, I guess, technically be called a bar chord because we're holding multiple strings with just one finger. So we're going to follow those same exact frets. 12, 5, 5, 9, 9, 7, 7. Like when you play the 2 strings, it should sound, actually, let me demonstrate it again with just 1 string, and I'm just going to do just the front half. So 2 strings. And when I say first half, remember the second half is the ending. But so yeah, put that together, just those 2 strings. So all together again, the number is the same. We're not using multiple frets this time, but we'll get into that. So 12, 5, 5, 9, 9, 7, 7. 12, 5, 5, 9, 9, 5, 9, 9, 7, 7, 5, 5, 7, 7. It's really that easy. And slow it down. You don't, if it's difficult to try and play at my pace, don't do that. Take it slower. Just like that. Slow and steady wins the race. And if you can't do it slow, you surely probably can't do it fast. And speaking of fast, I know you heard me saying 3, 4 here and there. Next time, we're going to talk about rhythm a little bit. So go ahead and again, just wrap your mind around this. Just get the movement down, and we can iron out all the other stuff. But till we meet again, I hope this is helpful, and rock on.